White people. You've had some practice. They're not going to assist you this time. White people only. Ready? Black people again. Alright, you may have seen this next comedian at the Pittsburgh Improv. Please give it up for David Rice!
Yes, who's having fun tonight? I totally hit myself in the face with the microphone. That's just Kevin! It actually kind of hurt my tooth, I'm not gonna lie. I took it out of my boom! Yeah. Yes, I have high energy and apparently I don't know how to use my hands. I have the hand-eye coordination of a blind amputee, that's true. Think about that for a minute. Alright, my name is David Rice. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I was bullied a lot as a kid. The fact you're laughing is kind of screwed up, I'm not gonna lie. No, I was bullied a lot, and even my teachers made fun of me. They're like, you're not gonna get anywhere in life. Once again, what's wrong with you? They were saying things like, you're not gonna get anywhere in life. I was like, oh, that's really messed up, because I was homeschooled. I mean, that's awkward. Awkward is what that is. Some things about homeschooling just don't make sense, like parent-teacher conferences. It's just my mom yelling at herself, you leave my son alone! It's like, Mom, here's your medication, sit down. I had to bring in a mirror just to make it valid. Other things that didn't make sense, graduation. People kept complaining about how long my graduation took. Take your time on that one, take your time on the mirror. I would have been on the valedictorian. That dude just did not shut up. He just kept talking and talking. For those of you who did not get that joke, it was me. Thank you. Other things that were messed up was prom night. Because you only have two choices when you're homeschooled, your mom or your sister. And well, it's pretty bad when your mom stands you up, so that's it was awkward for me. Although it was okay, because you know, the limousine driver, he was pretty cheap. I only had to pay for him to go from the front door around to the back, so that was convenient. That was my dad, so I bought him a milkshake. He was cool. Somehow I got voted prom queen. That was awkward. I was the only one voting, so that was awkward for me. And I lost the last presidential race, which makes no sense whatsoever. That was not funny, apparently. Somebody actually accused me of cheating once. How does that even work, like, when you're homeschooled? Like, how do you cheat when you're homeschooled? Like, you look over your own shoulder, like, whoa. Crazy. Yeah, so, every single time I tell somebody that I'm homeschooled, they always have, like, something that they have to say, like, oh, how do you know people? Do you have any friends? My favorite comment ever, though, has got to be, oh, that explains a lot. Yeah, it explains why I don't need therapy. Except for the whole crush on my teacher face, but we're working through that. Awkward. So I used to work in TV. Anyone like TV? Get it up for TV, come on. Yeah, TV. Which means I got to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and got paid $9 an hour. Yeah. My parents were real proud. I'm single, ladies. We used to do some weird stories, though. Like, one of the stories we did was about a pirate ship attacking a cruise ship. And get this, the pirates lost. That's kind of embarrassing, don't you think? Like, can you imagine they're in, like, some piratey prison, like, everyone's telling how they got caught? Like, well, how'd you get caught? Well, the love boat got me. You gotta watch out for those shuffleboard queues and those walkers, man. They are dangerous. Because old people go on cruises. Yeah. You know what? The most annoying thing about waking up at that time in the morning is you gotta use an alarm clock. Who here hates your alarm clock with like a passion? I hate my alarm clock. Yes, like, okay, the rest of you are liars. You're like, no, I love mine. I freaking hate my alarm clock. It's so terrible. Like, the problem is when you hear an alarm clock, you start hearing like noise that sounds similar everywhere else. Like, oh, alarm clock PTSD. You just hear a noise that sounds similar and you freak out. Like I was at work until I heard beep and oh, that fax machine. It always gets me. They're like, what was that all about? I don't know. He was homeschooled. Just Let it go. Another story we did that was kind of ridiculous was about a guy who drove his car onto a set of train tracks. A train came through, plowed through his car. He got out. It was okay, I'm not like talking about a story that somebody died or something. But get this. He did it because his GPS told him to. I'm a nerd and stuff, but if my iPhone told me to jump off a cliff, I'd be like, no, let's not do that. That seems kind of dumb. But maybe I'm not being, like, giving the guy enough credit. Maybe his GPS was really persuasive of him, you know? It's like, hey, dude, take a left. But those are train tracks. Hey, who's connected to a satellite here? Me or you? Apparently my GPS grew arms and grew some sass for that joke. Don't even understand my own visuals, but that's crazy. Other stuff that was kind of ridiculous is, I almost got crashed into today while I was driving around. This dude, like, almost slammed into me. I was so mad. He was reading his newspaper. Really. I almost messed up my text message. I mean, that's inappropriate behavior is what that is. My buddy was in the car, and this is the moment that I found out they have the gayest car horn on the planet. It's horrible. Like, the dude cut me off, and, you know, most people's horns have, like, kind of, mine's like, it's a happy horn. He cuts me off, and mine was like, hey, cut me off. No, it's okay, just don't do it again. The driver, the homeschooler, he doesn't know how to deal with it. By the way, those rims are fabulous. Really racist joke. So I used to work for a heating air conditioning company, and one of the jobs that I did was at this lady's house, and she was pretty old. She looks at me and she goes, I'm old, and I have dementia. So it might take me a while to find my checkbook. I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like 23 years old. I was like 22 at the time. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay. And she goes, don't worry. It might even turn into Alzheimer's. But that's okay, because I'll be able to hide my own Easter eggs. Swear to God she said that. I've never loved an old lady so much. I walked out of the room, walked back in, I'm like, Grandma! I talked her into putting me in her will, but she forgot, so. It's a messed up joke, man. Bless you. You're welcome. Distracted from the show, though, thank you. Making fun of her for an involuntary sneeze. Messed up. Anyhow, moving along. Here it is. How many of you guys like musicals in here? Anyone like musicals?
Yes.
Everyone's nodding their heads because they don't want to raise their hands or clap or anything because they're like, no, I'm ashamed. I like musicals, which is weird because I'm straight. But I was thinking, I'm like, how weird would it be if like life was like a musical? Can you imagine how weird that would be? Like, even as a kid, you gotta learn how to crawl, then you gotta learn how to walk, then you gotta learn how to do bell kicks. With style. Anytime you're hanging out with your friends, you gotta break into at least one show-stopping number where somebody's gonna break a leg. Okay, I get it's supposed to be reverse psychology, the break a leg thing, but is that really the worst thing you could come up with? It was the leg. Why don't you go out there and break your skull? See you sing and dance after that. Everyone that laughed, you're a bad person. That's a messed up joke, and you should. Can you guys go to the doctors in a musical? Pretty awkward. You walk in the door, everyone starts singing your diagnosis, the whole doctor-patient privilege thing is shot out the window. And the doctor's not going to be nice with you. He's like, you need a prostate exam. Thanks, Doc. How much is that going to be? Don't worry, though. Your leg's fine, so. Relationships would be ridiculously hard, too, wouldn't they? You know, there's some stuff in relationships that are supposed to be private. Picture, like, you know, a first kiss. You know, it's supposed to be a special, private moment. Not in a musical. As soon as it happens, guys are going to be like, I just had a first kiss, I'm in love. Then everyone in the city opens the windows, pop their heads out, he's in love! He's in love! Oh, somebody broke another leg. Watch out for that. You can't be subtle in a musical either. Like, you get home, you're like, hey, Dad, I got a little secret to tell you. I wrecked your car! I missed the guy's legs, though, so that was good. Oh, man. So you guys having fun, though, tonight? Seriously? You guys having fun? Really? Is that the best you guys can do? Like, come on, we've had some awesome comics tonight. Come on, give it up for the comics. Crazy. So, in the news, there was a story about these kids that were starting to form gangs at younger and younger ages. I'm talking like preschool and kindergarten. How messed up is that? What are these gangs they can call themselves, like the Cribs and the Bloody Noses, like... What do they do, like do lines of pixie stick cracker, like out in the playground, you know? Sell each other dime bags of animal crackers. Melt pixie sticks out in raw candy. Messed up. Those are